I might be. Is locked. Rotate your device. Okay. Yeah? Oh, cool. So we got some NFL football today. And it's a beautiful fucking day out. I mean, it's fucking beautiful out right now. I didn't think it was this nice out because it was kind of cold last night. But yeah, I'm kind of bored because I did everything I had to do around the house early. So I wanted to know maybe if I should go live for football. I don't know. I was thinking about maybe going live to watch the Jet game because I really don't have much more to do. I hung up all the shit for Shannon because she's like, I honestly did not want to even put up Christmas lights this year because it just didn't feel like it, you know? And I was like, obviously we'll put everything up inside the house, but I told Shannon, no, I'm not doing the outside this year. And she's like, all right. And then she was like, but when our girls come home next week, it'd be nice that they could, experience Christmas. They lost their grandparents. Like, think of other people. And I was like, you know what? You're right. You're right. Like, why should I deprive them of, just even the feeling of coming home and seeing lights and feeling like, oh, I'm home and it's Christmas. I don't want to deprive them of that. She is right. Like, I got to think of my kids first. So I put up all the stuff and it looks pretty cool. It came out pretty good. It's not a lot of shit because last year I put a lot of shit up. But this year I didn't put too much up, but just the right amount. But yeah, I don't know. Are you guys awake today? What's going on with everybody? You guys out there in this world right now? See if I wanted to maybe go live. I don't know. Kind of, to be honest. But yeah, look, I'll show you guys. What I did yesterday. Oh, I put these little bad boys up. The blow up that everybody and their mother has. And then I did that shit. I did the peak of the house with just those set of lights, which are really nice lights. They look pretty good. They came out nice. They're nice lights, honestly. Look, they go all the way to the end of the house. My little fake palm tree. And then look, I don't know if you guys have ever seen this. This was my first dog, look. Born 82 and died 98. He had a long life, that dog. He's a good boy. But yeah, I'm kind of bored. And, I haven't gone live for football, but if the guys are around maybe, or somebody's around, or I might just do it just to say fuck it, because I'm kind of bored anyway. Hey, buddy. Lulu. Lou. Hi, Louie. That's the Louie dog. What's up to everybody in the chat? What's going on, everybody? Yeah, let's get high, bro. I'll take a hit. Towely. I'll fucking take a hit, bro. I love that name, by the way. What's up, Bullsy? What's going on, brother? What's up, Joe? 3528. So they know exactly what Joe I'm talking about. This is, God forbid I say Joe Gorman's name. Oh, God, he's obsessed and he's jealous. He's jealous of Joe. There was one point, I wouldn't say I was jealous of Joe. I would say I was, at one point, driven by him. Like, because when I started working with him and I saw how everything worked, he taught me a lot of things, that guy. He taught me a lot of shit. I'm not going to lie. That guy taught me a lot of shit without even knowing he was teaching me. I know I talk shit, but I in no way, shape, or form want to see Joe Cronin lose all of his money, lose his home, lose his kids, and I don't like people that fucking want to see that happen. I do not want to see that happen. Just like I wouldn't want that to happen to me or anybody else. And that's the God's honest truth. That dude has kids. That's why I would never wish anything wrong on that guy. I don't give a fuck what he says, what he does. And Joe could be pretty fucking horrible at times, the shit he says. I say stupid shit too, right? But I don't know, sometimes when other people say it, including him, I feel like they really feel that way sometimes. But I mean, what the fuck do I know anyway? But yeah, I don't fucking really watch him. And I heard I guess it was Ghost from the Coast saying that, and Dave touched on it on his stream last night. Shout out Dave and the Dinah. But they mentioned it last night on his stream about, or he mentioned it, I guess, Ghost, about me. Oh, well, if it's not Dave, then it's Ken in Joe's chat trolling him. I swear on my girls, on my kids' lives, on a Bible, I swear to God, I would not go into Joe's chat under a different name and start talking shit. I swear to God, I would not do that. I know some of the guys that don't like me don't believe that, but I swear to you guys, for the people that know me and have followed me on this shit, I would never waste my time doing that to him. Honestly, I really wouldn't. That's not what I'm here for. I can comment, I could say shit. Maybe I go too far in saying shit or covering him. I mean, Christ, last night, I don't think I mentioned him once. Other people mention him, and I don't want to all the time, you know, but we have a lot of people that intermingle, so it happens. It gets brought up, you know, but it is what it is, man. Like, at the end of the day, I don't want to see anything bad to happen to him or anyone else, honestly. Even if it's a mass murderer with kids, I wouldn't want to see that person's kids, you know, get fucked up in life over something their parent does. So, and let's be honest, begging, manipulating, I won't say strong arming, but begging and manipulating is not something that is out of the realm of the internet nowadays. A lot of people do it. So, other than that, what is he really doing so bad, Joe, that you want to hate on him? You know what I mean? So, other than that, like, it's none of my business. You know what I mean? But I get sucked into that shit because I do get messages from Bullfrog every once in a while, and I did a ton of them up until, like I told you guys, that week that he fucking, they thought they were going to have an argument with Joe, and then all of a sudden him and YR are hitting me up with messages left and right. And I'm nowhere fucking near Joe. Like, they know that as far as like views and money. So I don't know what would make them think like, you know, oh, Ken's a good fallback. We can, YR is a weird fucker, man. Like, I like the guy so much at one point, like, because he really was, I thought, a friend, but, and you know what, he still is. I still don't, like, hate on him. Like, he can go do whatever the fuck he wants. It's his own Keith Bucks, bro. You know, it's none of my business, like Dave said last night, but, it's just really weird because of all the shit that he talked about Joe at one point and how much he didn't like him, and to that now to be like, one of his top guys is just really manipulative and weird. Like, what other reason are you there for but to be noticed? You know what I mean? I don't know. Yeah. Nobody rides for free. Yeah, I agree with that, Towley. I agree with that. Sometimes you gotta fucking take stock in what you have and stop forgetting, and, you know, and stop thinking about what you don't have. Because honestly, if you're like that for long, you're gonna fuck your brain up. You're just gonna be a miserable, hateful motherfucker. You know? So, yeah, you got to let shit go like that. And I used to be a jealous person back. I really did. I'll admit it. Was I jealous of Joe? I really am not now, but maybe I was at one point. I don't know why I would be. He was helping me out and let me on his shit. And like, yeah, things were weird and he wouldn't fully shot me out and all this and that. But whatever. Those were little fuck games that I really don't take to heart. But, it's at the end of the day, you got to fucking like, if you're a jealous person, and I used to be jealous and I didn't even realize I was towards people in my life before YouTube. Like I would see this friend that I had who never worked. He refused to have a job. When we all got told you either got to go to college or you got to get a job, he was like, fuck that. I'm not working and I'm not going to college. And I was like, how are you going to survive? And he was like, my family's rich. And I used to think, but it's not your money and they're not going to give it to you. So like, how can you depend on that? But over those years, this motherfucker never worked, never went to school, and he had a brand new fucking Hummer, and he had a house, and he had like a jet ski, and he had all these things that I could never have. A new truck, a jet ski, my own house. And I thought to myself, man, I've worked for the last 15 years of my life nonstop, and I have so much less than this guy who hasn't lifted a finger and fucking knew that he didn't have to lift a finger and bragged about it, and has all these things that I would love to have that I've actually worked towards and don't have. And yes, I got jealous of that person. And I was like, what the fuck? And I was resentful towards them. And I treated that person like shit. Even though maybe that person deserved it at times, I fucking fell right into that jealousy trap, man. And I fucking got like, where I was like hateful towards that person because I was like, why does he deserve everything that I want and I worked for? I worked for it. Why does he get it for free? But life is not fair, and I didn't figure that out. I was told it by my parents, by my father, life's never fair. You know, when you were a kid and you're like, well, how come he doesn't get in trouble? It's not fair. And they're like, well, life's not fair. And you're just like, well, fuck that. I want it to be fair, and it better be fair. Well, it's not. It's not. And when I figured that out finally, I was like, wow, being a fucking jealous motherfucker is not a good thing. It's not a good thing. And I was wrong. How I felt and what I did and how I reacted, I was definitely wrong. And maybe I don't know, maybe I was, because I seen somebody say, oh, I'm jealous of Joe. And it's like, honestly, at this point, no, not at all. Because the amount of trouble and the amount of problems that Joe says he has, why would anybody be jealous of that? Would you want to live that way? If he is living that way? And that was my point when I was making comments about it. Like, it's like, you jealous of Joe? And it's like, really, am I? Because if he lives the way that he's saying he does, why would anybody be jealous of that? Living every day like it's the most miserable time of your life. So, no, I'm not jealous of him. I might have been at one point when we were fighting with each other and he was saying crazy shit and I was saying crazy shit. But I've never been driven by jealousy when it comes to Joe. And you could believe me or not believe me, it's up to you. But that's the truth. I'm not jealous. I've always given Joe his credit on how talented he is. I've never fucking said he wasn't. I never want him to be dead down in the gutter and fucking gone and his family fucked and all that. I do not want that. So, you can make up your mind on what you feel I am, but I'll tell you right there, straight up, like I'm not jealous of a guy who has nothing but problems. I don't know why anybody would be, And the way he makes it sound is like his life is just the most miserable fucking thing. And I hope he's lying. Because when you have beautiful family like you do, and you have all this support and all these people that fucking love you, that would go to bat for you when they know you're wrong, like, why would you be miserable? Why would you be miserable? A lot of people would love having just maybe a fraction of the support that he has, mentally, physically, and monetarily. A fraction of that people would love to have. So why is he so miserable? You know what I mean? And it's like, why would somebody be jealous of that? It seems like he's trapped in something he loved but now hates. You know what I mean? Like, why like, if I loved doing these shows and the streams, and then I started to hate it, and it paid me money and I had to take care of my family with it, then it turns into a job. And it's like, then it's a job. And then it's something that you don't want to get up and go do. You don't want to be bothered by it. It's not something you love to do. Like maybe 5% of humans get to do what they love as a career. And it's like if you're doing something halfway close to what you love, man, you should be a happy motherfucker. I don't know. That's what I think. But like I say all the time, what the fuck do I know? I don't claim to fucking know everything, know anything at all. I'm just a fucking dumb human being that's just trying to make it in this world like everybody else. So, but we're talking football. And I'm going to take a hit right now for all you stoners and stonettes out there. We're going to take a double perp perk. Seems to be a common theme these days where people self-destruct by their own... Yeah, man, that is the fucking truth, Tally, bro. You are... That is the fucking truth, man. People build their own prisons now, bro. It's crazy, right? I mean, I guess people always have. But now it's easier to do. Because we have so much shit that we could surround ourselves with that either make us happy or mad, Yes, let's go Jets. Hopefully today they get their fourth win. That'd be 2 in a row, which would be fucking insane to turn around and say the Jets have won 2 games in a row. It's insane. But we got a shot today. They definitely do. Envy is tough to fight back when you've gone without your entire... And that is the fucking truth, bro. Man, that is some true goddamn words right there, man. That is some true goddamn words right there. Because that's probably why I was jealous of my brother-in-law, because he had everything and he didn't have to work for it. But if you're a parent or you're somebody's loved one that has the power to give to your family to where they don't need to worry the rest of their lives, wouldn't you do that too? Because I would. You know what I mean? I would. So I couldn't have... now looking back at it now, knowing what I know and knowing that I was an idiot for feeling that way, it's like, you can't blame the guy. His parents wanted to take care of him. Like, they gave him the things that he wanted. He didn't really need to work much. Like, when you're lucky, you're lucky. You know what I mean? Talvich, what's up, brother? Like, when you got a family that can take care of you like that, that's awesome. You know what I mean? I wouldn't recommend you to fucking take advantage of it and go out and do your own shit, be your own person. But, hey, family takes care of family, and there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. But you can't spoil motherfuckers. That's the thing. You don't want to be spoiling motherfuckers, NFL pre-show. Come on, put it on. You fuck, yeah. NFL pre-show. Can you put it on, please? All right, here we go. I'll tell you this right now. I'm not going to be a rat bastard and rat people out, but I have heard from people that you would not think that I would be leaving me messages, but they have. And I'm not going to say any names, but recently, within the last 24 hours, because of I don't know, man. Just know that people pay attention. I'll just say that. People watch everything. Some people watch everything. Guys like Bullfrog and watch everything. That he does, that I do, that you do, that we do. They watch everything. And they know it all because they're very in tune with the community. And if you say something during the stream, they catch it. And Dr. Earl knows what I mean. Ghetto God, what up? Bears and Packers at 4 o'clock. Yeah, dude, the Bears are playing some ball, bro. Bears on the top seed right now, entering December, bro, and they deserve it. The Bears are playing ball, bro. They're one of the top 4 seeds, 9-3 on the season. Dude, the Bears have put together a pretty damn good season so far, man. Got to give the Chicago Bears a lot of credit, man. Honestly, they really fucking turned shit around, that fucking franchise this year. 9-3. It's a fucking great record, man. They got a shot to win this game, too. Remaining schedule: Green Bay, Browns, Packers, 49ers. 9 wins in the past 10 games after starting 0-2. The Bears. The Bears were fucking 0-2 to start the season, and they are now 9-3. That is, damn, bro. They went 9-1 in their last 10 games. 9 wins in their past 10 games. Holy shit. That team's real. That team's fucking real. That's crazy. That team is real. Yeah, the Pats are good, bro. Listen, I hate the fucking Pats. I'm a Jet fan. But, damn, I gotta give those fuckers credit, bro. Like, they just, I don't know, man. They just know how to put together a fucking team. They know how to put together a franchise. They're the real deal, the Pats. They are the real deal, bro. You know? Chef, what up, bro? You think they're going to be shit the rest of the season? Oh, they might be. Good morning, Fred. Rico. What's up, Garrison? I can't even hate the Jets. The Jets feel bad. But I hate the Giants. Yeah, I mean, there's no reason to hate the Jets. They just, like, they've done nothing to nobody. So it's like, even if you're a rival of the Jets, like the Patriots, you're like, nah, the fuck did they do? You know what I mean? They're laughable, and I get it. And I don't brag about my team, trust me, I don't. But I do hate the Patriots. They are, you want to talk about jealousy? You'll be fucking jealous of the Patriots, because how the fuck do you go from dominating the NFL for fucking 15, 20 years to maybe going 4 or 5, maybe 3 or 4 years of your team being not good because everybody left, all those big names left, and it's like, boom, right back in it. They're right back in it with a good fucking damn good quarterback who could be MVP. Christ almighty, and the Jets can't even get a fucking 3rd string guy. It is ridiculous, bro. It just goes to show you, like, ownership, bro. It all starts with ownership. It all starts with ownership. And who would knock off a whole fucking bottle of Cuervo and not make $1? You think Joe would fucking knock off a whole bottle of this shit and not make $1 for it? I think I made $4 the night I downed a whole bottle of this shit. So you obviously know it's not about money, right? So, listen, there's things that I can't do on the channel that I used to do, and that's okay. I feel like if you ain't making money on your channel and you ain't doing things the right way, you're not gonna make money to make the channel bigger. And I really don't put my heart and soul into the channel like I used to, because it's not what it used to be. You know what I mean? It's not like this thing to make money on. And somebody made a comment about, yo, why do you have these guys on with you on Saturday night? And where's Filthy? Where's Chris? Like, bring them back on. These guys suck. And I'm like, dude, first of all, they're human beings, these guys, number one. Number two, they're my friends. That's why they're on. They're not on because I've scouted guys and said they're very talented, or they're retarded, or they're this or that. I got to put them on my streams. No, everybody who's on my streams, they came on themselves. They knew they were invited, and they came on. I never went out and said, hey, I want you to be on my stream. You're going to make it better, and we're going to make money, and let's make a good show. I think you're great. You're going to fill in for Filthy and Chris, and you know what I mean? Like that. It's not like that at all. It's just those people are my friends, and I enjoy speaking with them, and I enjoy streaming with them for the couple of hours that I get to do it every week. And it's not a question of talent, of talented people. And that's not me shitting on them saying, well, they're not talented. They're there because they're my friends. No, I think that they all bring their own individual thing to a conversation. You know, like Schleppy is a certain type of way. Like, he's not going to agree with everything that's said. He's going to go outside the box. You know what I mean? Like, Abel Salas Jr., like, very knowledgeable. Not going to agree with you on everything. Might fucking go down the road of shit that you don't know about. You know what I mean? Very smart guy in that way. You know, Mello. Yeah, some people fucking can't stand him. And some people actually really like Mello. And he's my friend first. I didn't hire him to be on a show with me. He's my friend. You know what I mean? Like, these people are my friends. Just like anybody in the chat that wants to come onto my streams, they can come on. They know that. These are my friends. These are my supporters. These are my people. These are my people. These are the people that I fuck with. These are the people that I like. These are the people that are in my chat that actually give a fuck enough to stop by and see what I'm doing. So I give them the most respect and love as friends, because you know what? If these people weren't around, I'd be sitting on stream by myself. And honestly, I'm not talented enough to fucking keep people, you know, or at least I don't think I am, you know, some kind of comedy guy, or I'm so good at how I talk or what I do. Like, I'm just an everyday retard like everybody else, you know. I'm not on there thinking I'm like some entertainer, and you know what I mean? Like, it's not like that. It never was like that for me, you know? Like, I always just try to come on here and do the right thing. I don't always do it, and I fuck up a lot of times, but I don't always say the right thing. I'm wrong most of the time, but, you know, I'm in a good place. I'm not trying to lie or manipulate. I'm not trying to, you know, pull the wool over people's eyes, you know. And I might repeat myself at times and say things like, you know what I mean, and you know what I'm saying, and you know what I mean, and you know what I mean, and you know what I'm saying, and you know what I mean. And yeah, I get it. I hate that shit too. I wish I didn't repeat myself. I wish I didn't say half this stupid shit that I say sometimes, but I'm a human being, man, you know. At the end of the day, I'm just a huge mongoloid. So, what are you gonna do? You know? Just here to have fun. Just here to shoot the shit. Just here to fucking watch the games and do my thing, man. That's it. That's it. And if people don't donate, then they don't donate, man. So I saw another thing saying, oh, Kenny keeps Ryan around because he donates to him. You have a guy in your chat that fucking put people's addresses out and did this and did that. And it's like, dude, I ain't protecting nobody, bro. I don't protect nobody. Nobody protects me. Like, we're all just doing our own fucking thing. And if you think that I'm sitting there and protecting people who donate to me, who have done wrong or whatever you might think they've done, well, then you're just looking way too much into it. And honestly, it's not even like that, man. It's not even like that. So, holy shit. What's up, Aru? What's good with you, Aru? How's the kid doing, brother? I saw a photo recently, man. And I saw a photo recently of what's her name's kid, who used to live in New York. And I was like, damn, bro, the kids in this community have gotten so much older now, man. It's crazy. They've all grown up. Like, they're all like, you know, older now. It's fucking weird. And that's so fucked up, man. I read that shit. Somebody sent me a screenshot of what 13 Yards said at one point a couple of months ago. Damn, this community is as dead as what's his name? He said this community is as dead as Silver Roll at this point. And I'm like, oh my God, bro, that is so fucked up. Like, you know, people are allowed to say whatever the fuck they want, man. You know, like, I've said raunchy jokes too, man, but that is just fucked up, man. Like, that is just so fucked up. That is just fucked up, bro. Oh, good. I'm glad he's doing good, man. Yeah, I've been sick. Like, I've been literally fucking the phlegm, and I had, I guess, a touch of the flu, maybe. I don't know, something. And it was after I got drunk, so I think my immune system was fucked a little bit, and it kind of like, you know, it got me sick because I was vulnerable, I guess. I don't know. Like my immune system was fucked from drinking, I think. Does that happen to you? Can you fuck your immune system by getting really lit? Because I think that's what happened. Because I don't normally get sick, ever. Like, I never get sick. But right after I drank and was drunk off my ass that night, I got sick. And I thought it maybe had something to do with the whole immune system type thing. But fuck do I know? You know what I mean? But yeah, I might go live in a little while with the Jet game. It starts in an hour. And, yo, Jack Daniel's honey is the shit, bro. That shit is good. Yo, if I drank a whole bottle of that shit, I'd be in a coma. 100%. I'd be dead. That would kill me. Tequila is a powerful thing too, but I don't know. I could fuck with tequila a lot more than other liquors for some reason. I don't know why. You know, hit that like button, guys, please. I just decided to go live on the phone because, like, I haven't done this in a long time where you just go live on your phone. And I was like, can I still do that from my phone? And my kids told me when I got the new iPhone, they told me, oh, it's so much better to do stuff on your phone when you have an iPhone. It's so much easier and it looks better and it works better. And I was like, I never really tried it. So I think this is like my second time going live on this phone. And it's cool because the way it's set up, I can read everybody's shit and see everything, which is pretty cool. So maybe I will do a little more of these like streams from the phone. You know, it's pretty cool. Nicky J's Disco will have the red zone. Nice. Yeah, that game starts at 1. The late games, I'm looking at the late games. Oh yeah, the Giants are not playing today. But yeah, I might go live for the Jet game. I think I'm gonna. I think I'll set everything up and probably go live and cover the game and watch it with you guys and watch all the other games and maybe try to put the red zone on here or some shit that I can watch all the scores and shit. I just found, I was asking everybody, Shannon was, and I was asking people on the Discord about, does anybody know any sites that I can get the stuff for free? You know, movies, sports, and all that. Because I didn't know any sites anymore. The sites that I had were all shut down. And we couldn't watch movies. We couldn't watch the Islanders. We couldn't. But I did find shit for the sports side of things. But, oh, the Knicks play Orlando at 12. Nice. Knicks are 15-7 right now in the season, bro. They're playing pretty good. A lot of people thought the Knicks would be good this year. But they kind of look really good. I know 15 and whatever is not that great of a record. But the Knicks are going to go far this year, man. They really are. I hope they do. It's been a long time. But yeah, sorry to get sidetracked. But yeah, I think I'm going to go live and then try to put the red zone on the new website that I found on this TV right here, because this TV, I don't get any cable. I just get Wi-Fi now. I used to have cable. I used to have every sport on here, but we got rid of the cable. So now I got to go to the websites and do all that bullshit. But whatever, as long as it works, you know. But yeah, I think I'm going to go live at like 1:30 if you guys are around, not doing anything, and somebody will give me money, you know, maybe I can. But yeah, that Chicago game I definitely want to watch, and that game's going to be sick. Oh yeah, the Fire Stick. I had a Fire Stick, and then Shannon learned how to jailbreak them. So I knew this guy who was selling Fire Sticks that he would buy, and then he would jailbreak them and do everything, you know, set it up the right way, and then sell them to people for like $150. That guy must have made a killing doing what he was doing. Once I got the Fire Stick, it got fucked up after like 2 months, and the guy was like, if it gets fucked up, bring it to me and I'll fix it. I have to redo everything. So I was going to go do that, but then I come home one day after work, and Shannon was like, I figured everything out. And I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, I had to go on the internet, and I looked it up, and I figured out how to jailbreak it and put certain things in there and take them out and this and that. And I was like, so you know how to jailbreak these things now? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, that's fucking awesome. So she showed me, and she was like, look, I can take this, put this in here. There's other sites that we never had in here. And she figured out how to do all that shit like the guy did who sold me it. And then I didn't need the guy anymore. So Shannon would program our Fire Stick, and we would get everything. I mean, fucking everything. And that Fire Stick was awesome. I don't know. I think I stopped using it because at that point I had cable, and I had really good cable. So I think I was like, fuck the Fire Stick. I really don't need it. But yeah, the Fire Sticks are probably the best way to go because everybody still raves about them and everybody says they still work. So it's kind of a no-brainer if you have a TV that's not a smart TV or doesn't, have access to the internet to get that. My TV in the living room has access to where I can go on the TV and it's like the computer and I can go to any website I want. So that I don't need it on that TV because I can just go to any website. And I do use that website that are on the Fire Sticks. You get familiar with some of the websites that are on the Fire Sticks, like 123 Movies, and then there was Popcorn Movies. There was a lot of weird name shit that were on there that are illegal sites. And I got familiar with them. And those sites fucking work if you go to them just on the internet without a Fire Stick. And I didn't know that at first, but that's kind of what I do now with TVs like this one is I'll just try to go on the internet with it. But this one doesn't do that. It's a smart TV, but it doesn't go on the internet for some reason. Like it goes on the internet, but it won't let me put like internet things in there. It doesn't have like a browser, I guess. I don't fucking know. The one inside does, which is really cool. Oh, the Roku shit, yeah. Roku's great too. Yeah, I like that shit. Roku. It sucks not having cable, man. Honestly, cable was awesome. I had every HBO, I had every Showtime, I had every Cinemax and all that bullshit. Then I had every local sport. I had Islanders, Mets, Knicks, Jets, Giants, Yankee Station, Nets. I think I mentioned them, but yeah, all of them I had through cable. So it was very easy and convenient. And what I used to do was they charge you per box like 15 or 10 extra dollars a month if you have like, a certain amount of boxes in your house. And we used to have like 3 or 4 of them because the kids would have one each, and then there'd be one in the bedroom and then one maybe in the living room. And when we got rid of that shit, it really just like the kids don't even need TVs. Like when I asked my girls, all right, when we moved in here, I was like, all right, I'll get you guys new TVs and everything because you got smaller TVs and you're going to be in bigger rooms now. And they were both like, no, we don't need a TV. And I was like, you don't want a new TV? No, we don't want to put it through the wall like Joe's kids. We don't need a TV. So I was like, why? Why don't you want a TV? I'll buy you a nice TV for your room, a new one. Nope, don't want it, don't need it, buy me something else. And these kids nowadays, I don't know if you have young kids or young kids, nieces, nephews, whatever. They don't even need TVs anymore, these kids, because they have everything at their fingertips already. And if they don't want to use their phone to watch TV or watch a show, they can just go on the pad or this or that. I mean, these kids, they have it so hooked up, they can watch anything they want at any time. They know. I see my little nephews and shit like that, like, they're very, very savvy with the internet, and they can find and do whatever the fuck they want in mere seconds. So TVs and all that shit that used to matter to old fucks like me doesn't matter anymore. That shit just does not matter anymore. The new kids don't even need that shit. I couldn't go without a TV in my room. When my parents would move to a new area, which was like every fucking 6 months, I've lived in more houses than anybody I know. Like, if I honestly told you guys about it and counted the houses, you guys would be like, the fuck was wrong with your family? Like, why did they move like that? And it's a whole nother conversation. But I always needed a TV, no matter where I was. That was like the first fucking thing that you need to set up in my room and I know works, is a cable TV. I accept nothing else. Like, no way. I'm not moving in somewhere where I don't have TV. Nope. Damn, bro. Yeah, those cable companies were awesome, bro. Because it was like back then you only got like HBO. Well, here in New York, locally, I don't know how it was for you guys if you lived, because it was different in certain areas throughout the U.S. It depended on where you lived, right? So where I lived, Cablevision was the big boy that like monopolized this area. Cablevision. Everybody had cable. Optimum, which they weren't called Optimum back then, but Optimum Cable, like, they ran the area. And the standard cable back then was, if you had an old-fashioned TV, it was Channel 2, Channel 3 was sports. Channel 4 was Channel 4 local. Channel 5 was Fox local. Channel 6 was always HBO. Channel 7 was local, Channel 7. Channel 8 was like the home shopping network, or actually Channel 8 back in the day when I was a kid was CNN. Channel 8 was CNN. Channel 9 was like UPN 9 bullshit. Channel 10 was like local Channel 10 news and all that bullshit. Then you had 11, which was like another decent, like a WB type shit. And then you had Channel 12 news out here, which was local Long Island news. All for Long Island news, nothing else. And then you had 13, which was like public access for me back then. And then Channel 14 was actually the cable channel where you would go to that channel to see what was on TV. It would be scrolling. It was either you found out what was on TV on that, or you had to get the TV guide to tell what was on TV back then, because I'm an old fuck and that's how it was. And then Channel 15 was always ESPN for me. Channel 16 was MTV. Channel 17 was VH1. And I can go on all the way up until Channel 31. And that's what I used to have, 31 channels. 31 actually was Disney Channel. And I wouldn't get that. But I would get Nickelodeon, which was, I think, Channel 30 maybe. But then they juggled everything around, and they, like, when cable really got bigger and they started adding a million channels, it was like, oh shit, MTV's Channel 50 now. Oh, MTV's Channel 50 now, and like all these new channels are on here, like Comedy Central, and you know, when the big boom happened and cable really started to expand, that was pretty sick, because I literally as a kid went from like 13 channels, one cable channel, Channel 6, HBO, to like, holy shit, they got Cinemax and they have Showtime and they have, wow, we can get all these channels. And it just turned into the colossal shit that it is now. Like when you buy cable now, you're getting like fucking 1,000 channels of shit. Like really, it's fucking insane what you can get through cable, but you pay a lot of fucking money. Do you know how much cable was for me and Shannon just 3 years ago, or just 2 years ago, or a year ago? It was like $375 for cable in my house with like 4 or 5 cable boxes. It was literally that much money. What does it smell like in there? It smells actually really fucking good, man. I'm happy you asked that, because look, I have a couple of things that make it smell really nice in here. I have this bad boy, which is what, you know, the thing that you could put these little guys in, right? So that really does, and that one's Christmas tree. And then I have this guy here. But I do put the nice smelling stuff in here because when I drank this room had this smell of, like, you know when you get fucking plastered in a room and you spill beer or alcohol on the floor and it starts to get like that fucking nasty, musty smell? That's what it smelled in here after I got so fucking drunk in here. And when I walked in here, like, the next day, I was like, oh, fucking, the fuck, because it's a small room. You know what I mean? But I do keep this room very fucking clean. You know what I mean? Except for the cigarettes. Like, I smoke cigarettes and weed, so you do get that in here. But everything else, like the garbage, I keep very clean. You know what I mean? Like, I keep everything very neat and clean in here. I constantly sweep it out. I constantly am taking the spray and wiping everything down. You know what I mean? I'm cleaning off TVs and computer screens and all that shit. So I'm not a nasty fat fuck like I may have used to been, or people think I am. No, I don't like being in a musty, nasty, dirty fucking room. And I've been in, man, I've done it. I've been a nasty motherfucker. There was times where I was a nasty motherfucker, man. Like, I'm a boy. I was a boy like all you guys. I know some of you motherfuckers were nasty motherfuckers when you were younger. Pissing in bottles in your room. Fucking, you know what I mean? Like, just farting on your fucking pillow and just, you know what I mean? Like, boys are nasty motherfuckers. Guys are nasty motherfuckers. There's no doubt about it. Right? But I've changed over the years. Let me tell you, to maintain a girlfriend or a wife and kids, you can't be a nasty, smelly, dirty motherfucker. You just can't be. Because then your kids will be. And your family will be. And then you'll be white, trash, dirty, fucking smelly people. And it's just not me. Sorry. Like, nope. Nope. I was a fat mess. And I was a dirty, not dirty, but I was a fat, sloppy mess. And I know what it feels like to be that guy. I do. Because I was the fat, dirty, smelly fuck at one point. Not smelly, but you know what I mean. I was a fat fuck. I was a fat, sloppy fuck. And I never want to go back to that, ever. Like, I don't want to feel that way ever again. You know, that was, I didn't even realize that I was there. I didn't even realize that I was 400-pound fat fuck. I worked. I was never lazy. I always, you know, I played hockey. I did things. I was never that big when I played, but like, I really got fucking big and fat. And I never want to fucking go back to that. Like, just thinking about it, it fucking scares me because I couldn't move anymore. And I was an athlete. Like, I played hockey my whole life, football, baseball, you know, and I was pretty damn good at hockey. I got pretty damn good. And I don't brag about myself ever. You guys know that. But I was pretty damn good at hockey, man. I went pretty far with that sport. And I loved that sport. It was probably the biggest thing in my life till I met my wife and had my kids, was hockey and my family and my friends. That was like the most important things in my life. You know, but man, I let myself go. I just did. I don't know how. I don't know why. I don't know when. Because when I first started on the internet with you guys, I wasn't a huge fat fuck. I was fat, but I wasn't like obese. And then here you are, fast forward like 4 or 5 years, 2018, 2019, and it's like I'm pushing 400 fucking pounds. Man, I must have been like, you would think I'd be in a depression now, losing both my parents and like going through the stress and the bullshit that I went through. You would think that I would lose everything now and I'd be a fat fuck and just not care. You know what I mean? But it was before all that shit happened to me. It was actually when I was happy in life and I didn't have much stress or things to worry about that I let myself go. I don't know why. Maybe I got too comfortable. I don't know what it was. But you would think that that would happen to me now, being, you know, in the position I've been in the last 2 years. But I honestly feel like I'm in a good place for the first time in a long time, mentally and physically. And this is after my parents died. And I feel bad for that because I feel like I shouldn't feel good. I feel like I shouldn't enjoy myself. Like, I was putting up Christmas lights the other day and I was happy, and I'm like, Shannon's got Christmas music on and I'm like humming and singing the Christmas music, and I'm like, what am I doing? Why am I enjoying myself? Like, your father just died, dude. Like, your mom and dad died out of nowhere the last 2 years. Like, you had to move, you had to uproot your life and change everything. And I thought, like, why am I happy? You shouldn't be happy. You shouldn't be enjoying yourself, Ken. Like, you should be upset and miserable and hurting, bro. What are you doing? Your car is gone. I just got done paying that fucker off. I just got done paying that motherfucker off after 6 fucking years. I paid the last fucking $475, and the car a week and a half later burns out on me, and I am fucked now. And they told me I owe $8,000 to get it fixed, and I don't have it. So I basically told them, and I didn't talk about this last night because nobody asked, nobody gave a fuck, and I don't care. It's all good. Like, we all got problems. But they fucked me. They fucked me. This is why I drank Wednesday last week, because I was just in such a shit mood that I don't normally get into. And I just overdid it and fucking just, I don't know what the fuck came over me. I didn't plan to, like, do that, but, you know, it happened. And I was upset because of the car and just all this shit that was going on money-wise. And it's like, you know, I hear the complaints of, like, Joe and, like, these other people complain about money. And it's like, dude, I get it. I'm in the same boat as you. Like, I get it. But I'm not on here fucking begging and pleading with people to take care of me. Like, there's a difference. I'm in the same stress bracket as him. Same exact, maybe even more. Maybe even more. I have one car. I don't have a car to go to work. I have to get driven and picked up and dropped off like a fucking 4-year-old, right, at this point. I've done everything that I should do to keep my car in good shape, to have it, invest in it. I paid fucking how much money for the car? I only put 20,000 miles on it. And I got an oil change every 3,000 miles. And the car still fucks out of me. So I do the shit that I'm supposed to do to like keep my shit going and be responsible. But you get slapped in the mouth for it. You know what I mean? And I understand what Joe says and why he's upset sometimes and why he's so miserable and wants to kill himself. And I get that shit. I do. But then I sit there and I turn to myself and I say to myself, but as a dad, I could never do that. God forbid my kids caught wind of me online begging people to help me and my family out because I'm that horribly fucked. And some of the shit that I've said, like, it's embarrassing, bro. Like, I wouldn't want my kids to fucking think that their father's so miserable he wants to kill himself. He hates everything in life. Like those videos of like, I just hate everything and I hate everything and I just want to die and every day sucks and my life sucks. It's like, what if your kid sees that video? What do you think your kid's going to think? Like, your kid's got to think, wow, like, I don't make my dad happy that I'm alive. Like, I don't make my dad's not happy. That's a horrible feeling, man. If I saw my father online when I was that age, if I saw my father do a video about being so upset and so miserable with life and hating everything, I would feel so fucking horrible. I would feel so fucking horrible. I hope the fuck his kids never see that shit. I really do. I really do. And I hope to fuck he gets everything he needs and wants and makes. I hope one day we all see a happy Joe. I really do. I hope one day we all see a happy Joe online. You know, I don't watch him, guys. I get message, and I know a lot of you guys that know me know I don't watch him. There's a lot of shit that goes on that I don't even know about till I come on these streams or I read it in chats, right? So you know that I'm not stalking and hate watching. I don't do that, okay? But I hear things a lot from people that are mutual friends. I'm very good friends with people that talk to Joe every day. I'm very good friends with people that talk to Joe every day and they talk to me every day. So there are people, I can confirm at least 3 of them, all right? And I'm not saying names, but I can confirm at least 3 people that speak to me almost every day and speak to Joe almost every day. Or did at one point. And sometimes we lose connection for a couple of weeks, but we always come back together because we're friends. And friends check on each other and blah, blah, blah. But I can guarantee you there's at least 3 people that speak to me, speak to Joe on a regular, right? So there is that. It's not just, oh, these guys don't talk and nobody's connected to each other and they're far away, but people keep dipping in Joe's shit because they're jealous and they want to capitalize on Joe and they want to make fun of him and they hate him and they want to see him fail and they want to... No, it's not even like that with me at all. Sorry, wrong. I am so connected to him that I have friends. We share friends. We share some viewers. Not a lot, but we share some viewers. I share my roots with him and a bunch of you guys. And there's no denying that. There's no erasing that. There's no going back on that. Your roots are your roots. Plain and simple. So, like, I don't deny that. And you know what? Like, oh, God. That guy's going to be a Jet. I'm telling you right now, that guy's going to be a New York Jet. Joe Burrow will be a New York Jet. You watch. I'm telling you right now, Joe Burrow will be a New York Jet. I have a feeling by either next year or the year after. And I know some of you guys might be like, nah, no fucking way. I'm telling you, the Jets love going after Cincinnati Bengals quarterbacks. You know what I mean? They love it. I really have a feeling they're going to get him. Because they're secretly going to go for him. They're going to offer all kinds of draft picks to Cincinnati for him. Still alive. Fuck, man. Sorry. Yeah, they do. That's one of the things. The Jets have a lot of draft capital. And I honestly feel like Cincinnati is about to be like, hey, we don't really need Burrow. Like, we can go out and draft another quarterback and get better players in other positions. I really feel like they're going to give up on him. You know, with the injuries and all that, I feel like they're going to give up on him eventually, and I feel like the Jets are going to be the first ones knocking on that door. And it might be, 2 years from now, it might be next year. But I have a feeling they're going to make a run for Burrow, and if it is this year, they're obviously going to give up a lot of draft picks for him. And if you're Cincinnati, you wouldn't weigh that option. Hey, we get like a couple of first rounders from the Jets, and we're set for the next 2 or 3 years in the draft. And they got a decent team to begin with. And I know Burrow's like their premier guy, but I feel like the Bengals they're gonna give up on him after a while. Bengals were. Yeah, I don't know, man. We should do a poll on which game today will have a dildo threat. Yeah, dude, that's fucking great. They should put that in DraftKings or like one of those betting sites. Like, what are the odds of a dildo being thrown out onto the field today and you could bet on it? That'd be fucking awesome. That'd be fucking awesome, bro. You want to bet on whether a dildo's coming out today or not? Yeah, let's do it, bro. I'd bet on that. So you bet $5 and you can win $400 if a dildo hits the field. Would love to see JB come back. Bro, okay. So, and guys, donations are open, just by the way. All right. So, JB, I'll get on that topic right now since you brought it up. And it's funny you brought it up because I just recently had a conversation with my wife, Shannon, about JB. I'm on my phone, right? And I'm going through, how sometimes Facebook pops up on your phone? Facebook will pop up with somebody on there that you haven't seen in a while or is not on your Facebook friends list. So, JB popped up on mine. And I was sitting there with Shannon, and I go, Shannon, look at this photo of JB. And it was a photo of JB at a football game, college football game, and he looked fucking cock diesel, bro. He looked like he's been working out like a motherfucker, all right? The guy looked like he could beat my ass, which I never thought in a million years JB could do, because he was kind of goofy and awkward. But goddamn, bro, he looked amazing. He looked fucking amazing. And I was like, look at that, Shannon. Shannon was like, holy shit, what? Damn, JB got fucking big. Like, I said, yeah, look at him. He looks fucking great, right? She was like, holy shit. Like, he really looks like he's working out and all that. So, that. And then we started talking about, like, oh, have you ever heard from him? Did you hear from him again? And I was like, no, I haven't heard from him in years. And she was like, were you guys still cool with each other? Shannon was asking me. And I was like, well, I don't know. To be honest, I don't think so. Because I never heard from him again after a certain point. But I will tell you this, JB had my back, man. That guy, when it was me, JB, and Joe, and we were on fire, I'm talking like the golden moment with the three of us. And I'm not saying it was the most golden moment of Joe's shit. No, I'm talking about it was a golden moment with the three of us. It might have been the best moment of Joe's shit. I don't know. I'm just telling you, it was the golden moment of when I was there with me, him, and JB. And it was the most like fiery moment, meaning like we were on fire at that point. Like all the shows were hot. The community was on fire. Things were happening. Shit was going down. Joe was making a ton of fucking money at that point, I remember. Like things were good. Joe was happy. Like, we all were good. JB had my back, man, tremendously. I remember there was a brawl that me, Joe, and JB got into behind the scenes that many people don't even know about. And JB knew I was right, knew Joe was wrong, and he had my back 1,000% to the point where Joe Cronin was like, right in front of me, JB, you're really gonna take his side? And JB was like, Joe, it's not about taking side. And Joe was just flabbergasted that JB was taking my side. He couldn't believe it. He even said it out loud, like, why are you're taking this guy's side? Like, I know you this much longer. And like, like he felt betrayed. And JB kept saying to him, like, no, dude, it's not even like that. Like, you're wrong. You're wrong. And I got to tell you that. I'm still your buddy. I'm still your friend. Well, but you don't have my back. And he's like, what do you want me to have your back even when you're wrong, bro? And he was like, yeah. And he was like, well, I'm not going to do that. Like, if you're wrong, I'm not going to have your fucking back. And I was fucking blown away that JB, like, had my back like that. Because I thought, even if I was right in an argument with Joe, they're going to have his back, his boys. I would expect that. I mean, you look at the shit nowadays. Joe could fucking rape a nun, and these guys would be like, he's the best guy in the world. But back then, it wasn't that bad, you know? And JB really showed that he really was not a yes man at that point. And he was Joe's friend and very loyal to Joe and was a good friend to Joe. Even behind his back, he had his back. And I think JB knew that I wasn't a scumbag and that I did have Joe's back. Yeah, we might fight and do this friction that me and Joe kind of had every once in a while, but he knew that I wasn't there to hurt anybody or to fuck anybody over or anything like that. And he had my back, JB, and he went to bat for me a couple times with Joe, and vice versa. When JB was right and Joe was wrong, I would have JB's back. When JB was wrong and Joe was right, which was very rare, I would have Joe's back, and so would JB. Like, we kept, like, JB and me kept it real with each other, like, we really did. So my point is, no, I haven't seen or heard from him in a while, and it's weird because I thought we were friends. You know what I mean? And I thought, like, yeah, we were friends, and I don't think he has anything bad to say about me. Like, I don't have anything bad to say about JB. I think he's a fucking cool dude. I think he's talented. I don't think there's nothing wrong with him that I can complain about at all. I have no ill things to say about him whatsoever, right? But I think he got so sick of everything and all the bullshit that happened towards the end when he bolted out of here, that I think it didn't matter whether your name was Foulmouth Ken, Joe Cronin, Schmo Gronin, it didn't matter. He was out, and he wasn't talking to these people no more, and he wanted nothing to do with it. And I think that more or less was what happened. I don't think it was so much of like, hey, fuck Ken, he was never my friend, so fuck him, I'll never speak to him again. I don't think it was that so much. I think it was more of, this place is fucked up. I'm being, threatened. My family's being threatened by having my address put out there and the threats and this and that. I'm out. And I think it was more of that. And I think that's why we don't see or hear from him today, which would be fucking awesome. Even if he went back to Joe's shit, which he probably would if he did come back, he would go to Joe. Even if he did go to Joe, I would fucking love it because he'd be back. And JB was awesome, bro. I had so many great times with that guy. And it sucks without him in the community because he was a funny, fucking talented, funny fuck. So, yeah, I mean, will we ever see him again? Maybe. You'd probably see him again eventually with Joe. Not like on a regular basis, but I'm sure you'll hear from him again if you're a Joe guy. If you're a Joe guy and you watch him a lot. I think you'll hear and see him again. But as far as, like, him with me, I doubt it. Because who the fuck am I to him? I mean, I don't think he has anything bad to say about me, like I said, and like I don't have anything bad to say about him, but, I don't think he could give a fuck about me. I wasn't, like, anybody significant in his life, But, like I said, cool dude, funny guy, talented motherfucker. Could talk with him for hours on end, and good family, good father, good kids. Nothing bad to say about the guy. Wish he was still around, even if it wasn't on my shit and it was with someone else. I would enjoy watching him. He used to do his own streams, and they used to be great. I used to love listening to him. He was, he was entertaining, plain and simple. So, yeah, it sucks he took down his channel. He had a lot of good shit. JB was awesome. He just got tired of doing the YouTube thing. He is a family man. Yeah. No, nothing wrong with that at all. I'm a family man. But I'm older. I'm older than JB. I'm in a different area of, family life where my kids are in college, And when I started doing YouTube, my kids were old enough that I could take a Saturday night, hang out with all my friends online while they do their thing. JB was a lot younger, and he had very young kids at the point of when he left. And he is a family man. I see the photos on Facebook. It's all family. So, you know what? God bless him, bro. He is a family man. He seemed like a great dad. Funny guy. He always seemed like he got along with his kids very well. So he's a good dude. I'm sure he's doing very well. I hope he is. But I know you won't see him on my shit. I doubt it. But yeah, you might see him on Joe's shit eventually. Who knows? Who knows? I know I want to do a live poker game, bro. I know. You know what? Listen, I'm very close to doing it, to be honest with you, this winter. I'm thinking like January, February, I will be playing Texas Hold'em live, 100%. That's gonna happen, and probably in January, like mid-January, definitely February, I will be playing cards again on the show. You know, I might not be to where I wanted it to be because I wanted to like set up cameras underneath the glass table so you could see whose cards are what and everybody will know what's what. I don't think it'll be that good because I don't have the donations to do what I wanted to do with that. So I don't have the money to do it. But I definitely could do live streams of us playing Texas Hold'em, and I definitely will guarantee you it will be entertaining. I swear to God it will be entertaining because if the people come and play who normally do, you guys will be very entertained because there's a lot of characters that you never met and some you've heard a lot of shit about that would be there. So yeah, that will definitely happen, you know? But if I start getting donations again, the economy's fucked up. I get it. So that's why I don't complain or ask. But if I ever made donations like I used to, I would definitely be doing all that shit, you know, set the poker game up the way that I wanted to. But it takes time and money. So, but hey, even if the money's not around, I promise you guys, I promise, I will be playing poker with a ton of people. And if you're into that and you want to watch it and you think it's entertaining, which it will be, I promise you, just the conversations alone will probably be entertaining. I will be doing that. I don't need donations to do that. I can do that with no money. Well, I need some money to play in the game, but you guys know what I mean. It's not like a thing of like going to, oh, we're going to, you know, like I used to take the guys to WrestleMania. And I would be doing that every year still. All the guys on my channel, I would take the WrestleMania, paid for, you know, all that. But now, like, if I was Joe and I made the money he makes, bro, like, I'd be hooking my people up on my channel, bro. And even some of the people in the chat. Like, the first 10 people that are always in my chat that I see every show, like, those motherfuckers, I would, if I made the money, I would pay for them. I would fly them out. I would go to WrestleMania with them. I would show up. We'd get a hotel room. We'd fuck. We'd do all that. You know what I mean? Like, we'd play the fuck games, get drunk, hang out the whole weekend, go to WrestleMania, and I would pay for every fucking thing. Like, that's, I don't believe Joe, bro. Like, honestly, like, he makes such good money at one point. When I was on that show, on Monetize This, thousands and thousands of dollars were coming in. You guys know it. You can go back and see it. Thousands, right? Like, why don't you use that money to do shit like that back then? I understand he's like, oh, this is my job and this is, I need to buy a house and I need to establish myself. So I get he couldn't do things like that. But this is a YouTube channel. That's why you need to have this as a side gig. You have to have your regular job so you don't have to mix all that fucking bullshit in with your channel. You can be like, hey, you know, like, I don't have to use this money that you're donating to me for my own personal shit. I can use this to grow the channel and to do things that are fun and interesting, like going to WrestleMania with 4 or 5 guys, like meeting all the people that support you at like WrestleMania or Comic-Con or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? Like that's the shit he should have been doing, investing back into his channel the first 10 years where he's doing fun shit like that. And then after that, yeah, your channel will be so big and so cool that you can just live off of it the rest of your life. That's fine. But, like, there wasn't a lot of investments made into his own channel back then when he was making a lot of money. And it was like, I always thought, like, damn, bro, like, why don't you fucking, like, put it into the channel, make things a lot better, you know? But what the fuck do I know, right? What the fuck do I know? I don't know why some people stop. That dude asked me the other day, why doesn't so-and-so donate to you? Why doesn't this guy show up anymore? Why isn't that guy there? I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I'm not entertaining like that anymore. Maybe they are tired of my shit. Maybe they don't think I'm that good anymore. Maybe they don't have the money to give me. Maybe the economy fucked everything up. Maybe COVID hit them hard. Maybe they just don't have it. Maybe they're out of work. Maybe they're not as rich as they were. Maybe they can't give like they used to. Maybe I'm not as entertaining. Maybe my shit sucks now. Hey, it's all on natural shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not fucking laying out meat piles to try to drag you in like a demogorgon. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not, like, it's natural. It's all natural. If people aren't donating, I don't know why. It could be many of those things. It could be me. It could be them. It could be like I said, it could be a number of things. I chalk it up to, hey, if you're not getting donations from these people that you used to get donations from, then you're obviously not, like, you're not doing something that would make them donate to you. That's it. You're not earning it. Plain and simple. If you're not making the donations you think you should be making, you're not earning it. Because if those people that have the money, that used to have the money a lot, that could donate, say they don't have the money now, they still love what you're doing if they're still here, right? And they'll still donate to you even if they only have $5 to rub together because they love what you do. Like, if that person donates to you, then you deserved it. If they don't, then hey, it could be because of something happening to them. It could be the economy, or it could be you. You're just not good enough to get them anymore. It could be that. And it is what it is. You earn what you get. You earn what you get. And you know what? You deserve what you get, whether it's nothing or a lot. Plain and simple. It's not their fault. It's not that person that's not donating and it's that person's fault why you don't make money anymore from them. It's your fault. It's your shit. It's you. You're the one. Because you know what? If you were a little better at your game, if you were a little more entertaining, then maybe you'd be getting those people donating to you. But you don't. And that's the way it is. So I chalk it up to, hey, I'm just not up to snuff like I was. And maybe that's what it is. I blame myself. I don't blame the economy. I don't blame the next guy. I blame myself. When people say to me, Ken, you don't make donations like you used to. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm not as entertaining. You know what I mean? I think like the economy and everything that happened to the world for the last 4 years fucked a lot of things up. But hey, it could be you. You know what I mean, Joe? It could be you. It could be you, Ken. Like, plain and simple. That's the truth, you know? But it is what it is. All right, so it's 12:30 now. You got a half hour before the games start. I'm going to fire up the old computer. Matter of fact, I'll turn it on right now with you guys here. So you can see. Look, this is what I do. Come in here. Touch that little motherfucker. All right, you hear the bitch? Fire up the old fuckery. Fire up the old fuck game. You know what I mean? Turn the old fucking lights on like I always do. Boot up the old fucking computer. The old gumbuta. Look at that. Yep, I voted. I voted for Mandami. I'm a man dummy. I didn't vote for Mandami. Come on. I don't hate the guy, though. Hope he does good. So, getting it all fired up, guys. And I'll probably be on within the next half hour for the old football game. So, if you guys are around, you want to hang out, maybe we'll shoot the shit. We'll cover some football. And then maybe we'll even cover some other shit. Maybe I'll show some messages from YR and Bullfrog. Nah, I wouldn't do that. But, yeah. So, let's go Jets. Let's go whatever teams you want to see win. And I'll see you guys in a little while. Nose job. All right, guys. See you in a little bit. Peace out, everybody. Me love. Meatloaf. I love you.